Hey guys, Addy here. This week's topic, meanings behind piercings. To be honest, I think that it's kind of silly. I don't think that a bit of metal going through your skin should symbolise that you're gay or, anything like that. I think it's a bit stupid. If you like the look of a piercing, you should just get it, despite what other people think and what it's meant to symbolise or whatever. You shouldn't hold back from getting something you want because it's supposed to mean a certain thing. So yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about it because I just think it's kind of silly. Although there are things like, is it like Hindus or something, like Indians that like get the side of their nose pierced for their religion. Because not my old school, but one of my friends' old schools, you weren't allowed to get your nose pierced unless you were that religion. I don't really get why, what a piercing's got to do with a religion, but there's all sorts of things like that on there, like those tribes that stretch their, well, not stretch their necks, but it weighs their shoulders down to make their necks look longer, so things like that. Ear stretching is like a tribal thing as well, isn't it? So, but yeah, I don't believe that certain piercings or modifications should mean a certain thing, like left ear or whatever it is. No, right ear for gay and whatever. I think that's a bit silly. And like the ones where like, if you get your tongue pierced, you like to do stuff like that with your mouth. And if you get any of that body part pierced, then you like to have sex a lot or whatever. But personally, I wouldn't get anything for that. I'd get it because I like it, the look of it and everything, not because whatever. Yeah. So that's just my thoughts on it, to be honest. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Yesterday had a terrible experience with my nose. Luckily I've still got them pierced. I was going to take them out because they just caused me so much havoc, but I've got hoops in the wrong way, so I've got like a big gap. I had to I put scissors in between and like stretched them out because the gap to get it in your nose is so bloody small. I could not do it, but now that one's bigger than that one. So yeah. So it looks a bit silly, but at least they're like somewhat matching compared to what they used to be when I had like a silver and blue stud in this one and a fucking black hoop. Go away. And a black hoop in the other one. It looks silly. So at least they're somewhat matching. But yesterday, that was not a nice experience for me. So basically, day before yesterday, I bought some new nose studs, and they weren't like corkscrew or right angle sort of ones. They were just straight bars, and they had like a little nub on the end to hold it in your nose. But they were quite thin. It was like putting a little pin in your nose, and it was just like, I put one in. Well, I put them both in the day before yesterday when I got back, cleaned them, put them in. And this nostril actually has like some sort of lump on the inside, and I don't know what's wrong with it, but this one hasn't and this one has. So I put them both in, and this one, because of the lump, the bar wasn't long enough, so I put the hoop back in. That was fine. Kept this one in as the little pin-like one, and it was giving me some discomfort and whatever, so I took it out. Well, attempted to take it out and put the hoop back in. So I'm trying to pull it, like ease it out gently. I put some warm salty water on it just to moisten it and, ease it out. And I look inside my nose, I go like that, look at the little nub, and there's like a shard of metal stuck to the end, like they haven't actually made the thing properly smooth. So I'm panicking, like I'm gonna pull this thing through my nose, and it's gonna like rip. It's gonna tear the hole. Oh, that sounds so gross, but it's gonna tear the hole. And I was panicking because I get really panicky anyways, just normally. I have panic attacks and stuff, so I was getting really hyperventilated, like my hands were shaking, my eyes were watering, and I was like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to rip this thing through my nose. So, oh my god, I was so scared because my hands were like so jolty. Like they were just jolting, so every time I did that, I'd accidentally like jolt and it's pull it and I'd be like, fuck, that hurt. But I was almost crying, it was almost unbearable. I thought I wouldn't be able to do it, but I did, luckily. So I was just pulling it and pulling it, and at first it would not come out. I think it was just me, like my mind telling me this doesn't want to come out, but I had to get it out, otherwise I wouldn't have actually got it out. I had to get it out, so I just gently eased it out, and eventually it did come out. I threw that thing straight in the bin, not thinking I could have took it back and complained about it, because that could have done some real damage. But luckily it was okay, but the inside of my nose did start bleeding, and I'm not bloody surprised. But I don't know why I didn't notice it in the first place. At first I thought it was just like a bit of crust from the inside of the piercing, but no, it wasn't, because when I got it out I looked and it was a shiny bit of metal, and I tried picking it off and everything, it didn't come off, so it was obviously attached. I do not know. It was terrible and I was frightened, okay? It was so bad. Oh yeah, and got my... I'm just gonna say Libret because I'll get bored of lip piercing. Libret. I got it changed back to a bar because it had like a blister or something on the inside, I think she said. Yeah, it had like a blister on the inside, and it looked like it was tearing it, like the hoop was like weighing it down so much it was like pulling it. And so I showed the guy, because she got the guy from the back and was like, I'll let him have a look at it because he's had it done himself. So he was like, yeah, it happened to him when he had this done, the other hoop, and he put a bar back in there and it's fine. And to be honest, it is fine again. It did have, when I had a hoop in it, it got like gooey white crap on it. I don't know what it was or whatever. It wasn't infected obviously, because otherwise it would still be infected, but it was just some dischargey stuff, I don't know. But now it's absolutely fine, and it's only been since Monday. I got it changed back Monday. But yeah, it's absolutely fine now. So yeah. I decided, because of last night, the trauma that was caused, I decided that these piercings are enough for me at the moment. I realised, to be honest, it did kind of make me realise that I'm rushing things a bit, and so I'm just going to take it slow. I'm going to get a new ear stretcher today. I'm going to get a free meal for this one. I'm not going to bother with this one at the moment. I'm going to do this one before I do this one. So yeah. Yeah, I just decided I'm not really ready to look after a lot of other piercings yet, and I am only 16. I'm only going to be 17 in November, so I'm in no rush. I have years and years ahead of me to get piercings and tattoos and whatever. Well, I can't get a tattoo till next year, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm just gonna let all these really settle down, get used to them, get some nice jewellery when my nose is fully healed anyways. My lip's okay, but God did it hurt when she put the new bar in, because it was so sore and tender from the hoop. It felt like it had been re-pierced, and it did swell up a bit as well. But it is fine now. I'm in no discomfort or whatever, so it's good. That's pretty much all I have to say. Hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoy making the videos. I did actually make one before this, but it didn't get uploaded for some reason, but it doesn't really matter. I enjoy just making them anyways, even if they don't get uploaded. So yeah, thanks for listening if you listened to the whole thing, or whatever. Thumbs up if you liked it, I don't really mind. It's up to you. Subscribe to Bomber102, and thank you. So bye bye, and keep smiling.